interactive session with Intellectual Property Center. Today we've come all the way to Chengera, Masaka, and we're here at Semu Fashions and Designs Sewing Center. We're hosting Mr. Semu Andrew here at his premises. My name is Olive Kwagananzi and I'm hosting with Sharon Nambasa. Welcome, Mr.
Thank you.
Mr. Semu, kindly tell us more about your work and where it stems from.
Okay. First of all, we are doing sewing or tailoring here at Chengera. So another thing we are doing also, we are teaching some students how to sew. We teach adults. When I say adults, I mean these people who are drop out from school, the mothers, and so on.
So is it just a teaching center or do you commercialize what you produce?
It's not only a teaching center. We do business here, as you said.
Yes.
And secondly, we teach. So we do things here. Teaching and we do commercials as a business.
How is the business going? Is it profitable?
Somehow.
Are there any challenges you're facing?
Yeah.
In the fashion industry?
Yeah.
What challenges are you facing?
First of all, the market is not good.
Why is it not good?
We lack the funding. That's first, number one. Then we lack advice from different people. As you know, sometimes we are doing on our own. We don't have guidance, we don't have assistance, but we are trying to fight, to push.
When you talk about funding, you have a pretty nice space here with so many machines. This is just a little bit of it. There's so many that side.
Yeah.
The setup seems to be very strategic and very structured.
Yeah.
So what kind of funding are you lacking?
You know, when you are doing a business, not only the equipment, but there are so many things which make up a business.
Tell us about the things
like the materials, apart from the machineries, like the materials, labor, and so on. Because as we said here, we are doing fashion. We do fashion in fabrics. So you need so many things to make up a cloth. You understand?
Okay. It's Semu Fashions and Designs. Do you take your designs from somewhere, like you copy I come and I want this African dress and I pick out a design and I'm like, please do this for me? Or if I tell you I want an African dress, do you get the design from somewhere and make it, or do you make your own designs? Do you create?
There are two things here. Sometimes the customer will come and he has his own design.
Yes.
Sometimes the customer will come without a design. So you have to design that person. So you understand.
So these designs that you do, do you create? Is it your own work or you borrow ideas from others?
I think to put it better, I would say design zinozetukola zaffe from scratch nti noffe tuzirowoozako and then we do them netukuba ekifaananyi then n'ogamba customer nti no yeno design tetugenda
kati ekisookera ddala you look at the person and the fabric. Then from there you make a sketch. You understand? But when somebody comes with a fabric, it is a different thing. Sometimes you have to design that person. Sometimes that person comes with his own design. So what you have to do is to sew out the dress. Naye ebiseera ebisinga oyajja nagamba you design for me. Then you design that person according afaanana atya okiraba
body type
ne fabric gy'abaleese kala n'ogamba this is good for this fashion. So you compare some things there, then you come up with one piece.
So when you come up with this design, or do you put it on record, like you put it on record to keep it somewhere so that you can use it continually or otherwise?
Sometimes no. Naye kyetukola nti wetuba tuformatinze that design. Sometimes tuyinza ogikola mu kagwe like a sample. You can do a sample and we keep it at the display. So it's there. So you can make it at any size for anyone to get it. But sometimes tuyinza okozesa like those charts there. You can join. Somebody will say, I want this, but I don't like the top. I like that. So you join up this place.
So you become more creative with whatever is existing to create something new.
Exactly.
Your students, when you're training them, of course, in every school there is an open space for creativity.
Yeah.
Has one of them come up with this impressive or original design?
Yes.
They have?
They have them.
So what do you do with these designs? Do you keep them to yourselves or it's okay for other people too? Because there are very many fashion and design enterprises here.
So to my side I may say it's not good to be selfish.
Yes.
Once you come out with something, you have to share it out. Because at the end of the day, you will make the same fashion, then you give it to somebody. Somebody is going to wear this dress. So it's not a separate. You get the logic behind it.
Yeah.
If I make for you a dress, so you go outside there and you dress up this dress up, so many people will see you. So it's not a separate. Yeah.
So design is, tuzifuna munga tumaze zikola to take up of display outside for other people to see.
Yeah, tuzifuna.
Yes. So cutting going up creative, have you gone ahead and said njagala protecting the designs zange
nkyalibadde kisoboka, but right now no. Kubanga oba otunuulidde embeera gyetukoleramu the situation here in our country, it's not favorable.
Nyonyola more about embeera eyo gyemukoleramu etaba favorable.
Tolina bw'oyinza kuuma kino kintu nga bw'onoogamba there is a copyright for something. You get it. Ng'etteeka teririiwo oba ng'etteeka linafu.
Otuse wenjagala twogereko ddala because oyogedde ku nsonga ya copyright. The government of Uganda has a copyright law. Yes. Have you used this law to protect yourself or to further your business and to also benefit from your creation and innovation?
There is no way how you can use this law when the law is not functioning. If the law is functioning, or if the policies function, it is easy for everyone to use it. But it's not. It is there, but it's not functioning.
So, in your view, the law is there, but it's adamant.
Yes, it's adamant.
How do you find it adamant? Do you first of all understand what intellectual copyright is?
Yeah.
What do you understand copyright is?
Yeah, to my view and opinion, like artist, or you a musician, or you a film actor, that is art.
Yeah.
So the copyright is there to protect your work. You get it? It is there to protect your work. But if the law is there, the law is stating to protect all this work, but the law is not functioning. So it means you are the one to protect yourself. But you will find it very hard to protect what you have created.
What you're trying to say, it take away didi, but terikola oba tonnali labanga likozesewa.
Tuli ffenna naye bwe tutunulako ffenna wano mu nsi ebintu nga ebitambula ba artist bangi baali badde basobola okugaininga their piece of work.
Okay.
But they cannot. So kiba kitegeeza it's not an individual, it's for all of us, or most of us. We are not benefiting in this law. You get my point?
You can benefit kati our intellectual property center kati tuzobayigiriza how you can use your intellectual property to manage your business, how you can manage your intellectual property to see that it can help you earn money. These funds that you lack, you can use your intellectual property rights to commercialize your work, and then it starts reaping benefits for you.
Okay.
First of all, you've seen labels like Sylvia Worry, what other fashion houses?
Santa's.
Yes, yes, you've seen them. So
we have Burial.
Yeah, Burial.
Okay.
Very nice. African, like what you're doing here, African houses. So they didn't just. So if they were doing what you were doing, they have a line, a fashion line, or a design, and then they start giving it out to other people. Yes, we want to share, but we also have to make money. We also have to protect what we have done that is different from all other people, to put us out there, and we enter this competitive society.
Okay.
So with copyright, copyright protects intellectual property. First of all, protects your creative ideas. So as an artist, as a designer, when you reduce this to your design on paper, that is your copyright. No one is allowed to come and copy it unless you authorize, just like you share your ideas. That is you authorizing. But if they do so without you authorizing, then they are infringing. They are infringing on your rights. So you have a right to pursue them and tell them you're not allowed to do this. Now, if you, wagambe nti amateeka tegayamba, but it's there to help you. You just have to know how to use it. If you register your copyright, that gives it more ground. Now there you can even go to court and say, I have that C with a circle on my designs. You're not allowed to use them unless I tell you to do so. Now when you protect your work like that, you create a ground on which your students, you yourself, because as an employer or as a head, you sort of have mandate over their works. So you're really protecting them and giving them a platform to be more creative, knowing that I'm going to create this for Semu Fashions and Designs. And when we do that, no one is going to have works like this. Then that is when the idea of trademark comes in. You brand, manyu branding, that's Sylvia Worry, yes, you brand, and then your name is out there, Semu Fashions and Designs. On everything you do, you put your brand, such that even when you take them outside Uganda, now they even have more value. Intellectual property, creations of value. So bwozitwala ebungereza bamanya nti eno Semu Fashions and Designs. So your work is even more expensive. That is how you commercialize using intellectual property.
Twogereko ku kintu ekyo nti like Steve yawo nti omuntu oyo okupushinga that brand to go outside Uganda, first of all nga yeteekamu sente yeefaaninga to push that. Ekyala ku beginning waliwo kenayogeddeko market. Twenoonyeza market mu ngeri yaffe, we search for market always. Naye kati eriteeka bwe libanga bwebiri nga likola, like now as you have come, you can come and teach us kino. Somebody who is willing to join n'asayinga kati kiba kitegeeza nti ffenna side tuba tusobola kufuna, we can benefit both sides. Tutegeeragana nga tumaze okumanya nti etteeka lino linyambira wano, nti ne bwe mba nkoze ekintu kyange n'ekisaana n'omulala okiraba etteeka lijja kuvayo nange likole ki linyambe. I can come out with a very nice design. I cannot keep it. You get it? Yeah. Even if you keep it and you find somebody wearing it, you go and to claim for that. It's a big process.
So, Mr. Semu, what you're trying to say is we need to first educate you about this law, yes, so that you can use it better.
Yes.
So you are open to like outside institutions other than government to teach you more about copyright and other intellectual property rights.
Yes.
Okay.
Kati kyoyogeddeko nga tetunatuuka okukunganya abantu ba designer mukole ekibiina tusooka otandika naawe you as Semu kyengambe kati if she has a dress like this and then you have a dress like that and I have a dress like that, it doesn't make sense. But if her dress was a little more different and it stands out or it's unique in a way, that would really draw the market. Because we're not going to look for common things. We're going to look for something
that's unique.
Yes, that is why I'm saying when you do these designs, you protect them. And then also, you protect your name, Semu Fashions and Designs, knowing that that nice design came from your house. You understand? Your market will come. You will be commercializing. You will have protected and then you're commercializing your work.
Right.
You understand? And then that is when we shall come to the group idea that you were talking about. Yes, it's possible to have designers and artists come together to form one group. It's called collective management.
Right.
Where all of you with the same ideas and designs and arts and creative works can come together to form this association, this organization, where you'll be headed by a management which you will elect. This body is registered with Uganda Registration Services Bureau. It's called a collective society.
Right.
So you will come together and somehow your works will bring you benefit because they will be responsible for protecting your interests in your works. And for every distribution or marketing or whatever they do where they benefit, they have to give you royalties. This is money that comes back to you. The question is in the management, but this is possible. The other societies that have done that for the film and music, they're having challenges. But for artists and designers, there is not one that has been formulated, that has been formed yet. So yes, it's very possible. If you learn from the mistakes of the other two societies and you make yours better, it is very possible.
What problems have you faced as an institution of the creatives, especially here in the Semu Fashions?
Especially here in the Semu Fashions. That's an issue. First of all, we lack the funding. Then secondly, the market is very low. So we are just fidgeting, to survive. We have the machinery, but we lack support. We can produce more, but we don't have the support. And we don't have the market.
Has the government of Uganda helped you in this avenue?
No.
So
not yet. Maybe they will come back. Not yet.
So what problems have you faced on the government front?
On the government front?
Yeah.
First of all, I hear it's there, the funding is there, but I hear it's a wrong process. I haven't tried it, but I have tried to ask some people who are in position to that, but not a direct process.
What kind of funding is this?
Like cash.
Yeah.
Because when
on what basis do they give it?
I hear first you form a group, like or 10 or 5, something like that. Then you go there, then you ask the money, but it depends what you are going to do. Then they will look into your ideas. If they see they are okay, they can give you the money. But they don't give you the exact money. You sign a different figure and you get a different figure. I'm sorry to say that.
Okay.
But this is the truth.
So I think with that you're saying, I feel like there's still more problems you faced with government institutions. Can we elaborate more? Obuzibu bw'osanze ng'okola n'abantu mu bitongole ebimu mu government.
Nze kyenyiza osooka okugamba first of all is the supervision. Kati funding ne bwetuba tugyagala, however much we like this funding.
Yeah.
But the supervision from the ministries of the governments, nafu ekitegeera ne bw'oba ogamba nti kale oba oddiyo sente nomukamu tebajja kujja kulaba kikyokola. We are not after the funding, but they have to come, they have to go around and see what people they are doing. You get it? But they don't come. What they come to check is the license. Do you have the license? Finish. They will go. Are you paying the tax? Yes, they will go.
Okay.
But ekyo si kye twagala.
So mwagala gavumenti yenyigire mu mirimu gyammwe
esokejje wansi erabe bye tukola naye kwejja okusinziira okulaba nti we get this funding. Rather than okubagamba you form a group of 10, you go there, you give your ideas, then you wait for the process. I don't agree with that. They have to come down and see. Then they can decide from there that this person or this area, I think we can give them like this. Not only money. Some people, they have the idea, but they need to be boosted. Like that.
Okay. So, tulaba engoye nnyingi nnyo eziva ebweru ng'ate ne wano tulina abaana abakola engoye. So, ekyo kyogerako kiggwe.
Ekyo kizibu ky'amaanyi. Ku sayidi ey'abatuuze oba bannayuganda sijja kuba blame. I will not blame these people because we are trying to survive. Naye okusookera ddala gavumenti erina okuteekako limit ku bintu ebyo ebiyingira kubanga engoye empya nyingi eziyingira. Second hand, there are so many coming in every day. Kati zino ezaffe ezawano olowooza zigenda naye nze mbadde ndowooza nti gavumenti yalididde nti tusobole okuyingiza materiyo bwe tusobola okukolamu engoye ku miwendo emitonotono nti engoye ezo tuzikola bwe tumala ozikola naffe ne tuzibaddiza ne batuddiza sente zaffe.
So you want government to encourage your creativity.
Yes.
By encouraging the importation of materials at a lower value, so that you also create the apparel that people will buy.
Yes.
Okay.
Kubanga in Africa, basically we deal with fabrics.
Yes.
But we can go there and bring this very good material. We make very nice clothes, and we take them back as they do there. You get it? Some of them they take our raw materials from Africa, not only Uganda. But after that, they sell it back. That's what we want to do, or we have to do like that. Naye gavumenti ne bwenegamba abavubuka oba kiki erina okusooka neteekawo limit ku bintu ebimu. Kati bweteekako limit neteekawo etteeka eyo ligenda kukola nti oba ngoye entono zijja naye entono tutegeeragana nti oba tugambe nti bino ebintu ebintu oba engoye enkadde tuziweze oba oli bwaba aleeta engoye enkadde kino nga kikikiriza like recent bayimiriza kuleeta mpale z'obukyala buleega second hand. They stopped that is a nice one. So kati nebintu ebibasobola okusalako tetuba nga naffe tusobola okukola ki gavumenti era efunamu naffe tuba tukola ki tufunamu naye ffe tweyiya.
So twogera ku bbula ly'emirimu n'abaana abato, the youth. So mu industry, do you think the youth are interested to participate in this industry? And if so, what is stopping them?
They may be okay, what I think is we love to be, or we need to be sensitized. You get it? Kubanga abantu bali reluctant nnyo. Olaba omuntu afiiringa nga talina mulimu, afiiringa nti I'm ready to work. Naye bw'afuna omulimu like 2 months, 3 months, na losing hope. Tutegeeragana. So there is a problem there. Government erina okusooka okutusomesa ddala abavubuka. Tuli bagayavu nnyo. Ssente bweba tennaggwawo tulowooza okwongerako. Ekyo nakyo kikulu. Omuntu oba tonnamuwa ssente olina okusooka musomesa. N'owulira opiniyoni ye eri etya, awo n'omanya ogenda musomesa otya. Kati anomuwa ssente. Tetwagala bwituwa ssente, the funding is there, kati ogenda kuzza bwoti no. Sooka omusomese. Then tutegeeragane. N'omulala afunemu. Kati nze olina abaana basoma. Abamu tebalina ssente. Naye baleka ne badde ne basoma. Kubanga n'ekindeetera ekyo nkulidde mu mbeera bw'ekyo yemu nti nyambibwa. Okitegeera. So nange nina okuyamba. One time I had a friend, I'm sorry to bring this. But the government is helping us, is doing a very good job. Nemubuuza etya, enyamba etya. Nti enguudo z'otambulirako. Nemugamba Ipc. Nsasula omusolo. Omusolo gwensasula gwe gukola ekyo. Ndaba value. So bwe ndaba amawulire buli kiseera, olaba abantu balajana amalwaliro everywhere. So government ebintu bino okukola byetwogerako. Erinayo kintu kyerina osooka okukola behind. Okusalako ebintu ebimu to put the limit neteekawo etteeka. Etteeka liba lijja kukola. Tutegeeragana. N'ekino kimugamba nti you make your own brand, olaba omuntu ng'akoze bw'ati, you can sue this person. Wa ku Uganda eno, wa. Buli obudde bw'otwala ogamba let me leave this, let me continue.
So, okumaliriza session eno Mwami Semu Kadde, we want to thank you so much for interacting with us, and then we want to also enlighten you that there are enterprises like the Intellectual Property Center that want to teach you more about your intellectual property rights, how to benefit from them, and how to also further your businesses, so that we join this entire call of bringing the law into practice. When we bring it to practice, then we benefit, and then we commercialize even better.
What would you say to the other fashion designers that are watching you right now?
What I would say, my own view, that we have to be creative, first of all. More creative. But the problem is how to protect what we have created.
Yeah.
But that one does not stop us from creating.
Yeah.
So that we can survive. As we wait, maybe there will be a change, time to come. Yeah.
Thank you.
This has been a very great session. This has been a very nice visit. Walking through, we've seen many ladies, many women, young girls.
Yeah.
You said you have some mothers,
Yeah.
which is a great avenue for you to support the women.
Yeah.
So we're very happy to be here. Thank you for hosting us. Thank you for having us. Thank you for sitting with us and talking to us. It's been very great. That's it for now. That's it for today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.